On Sunday at Croke Park, we were treated to the game of the championship so far as heavyweights Mayo and Carey played out a thrilling draw with an end scorer line of 2-14 to 2-14. There were some fascinating matchups, most notably Aidan O'Sea being brought back to the fullback role to try and keep tabs on Kieran Donaghy, and Paul Murphy can be happy with his day's work as he gave Lee Keegan nothing from start to finish. Andy Moran rolled back the years and proved to everyone that in huge games like this an experienced head is vital to the team's chances when it comes to handling the pressure, contributing on the scoreboard, and leading the younger lads into battle on the day. In the All-Ireland Camogie semi-finals, Kilkenny and Cork advanced to the final with wins over Dublin and Galway respectively in what will be a repeat of last year's final in Croke Park on September 10th. In the All-Ireland Ladies Football quarter-finals, Cork hammered Galway 6-2 19-1-10 with Mayo Ladies defeating Donegal on a narrower scorer line of 3-14 to 2-11 to both advance to the semi-final stage and continue their quest for All-Ireland glory. Finally, the All-Ireland U21 hurling final will be contested between Limerick and Kilkenny after semi-final wins over Derry and Galway. Kilkenny handed Galway an embarrassing defeat of 8-35 to 0-2-0-7 in a game the Derry men will soon want to forget. In the other game, Limerick finished strongly to finally get the better of a tough Galway side in a game that finished 2-23 to 2-19. Plenty of action and entertainment leaves us with some tough decisions, but below is what has made it into our GAA weekend hot list for this weekend. Moran is a truly class football player and showed how important his experience is to this Mayo team with an outstanding display against Carey on Sunday. It is in tight games like this where the standard is so high that the top class skill and talent stands out, and Moran showed it in buckets in this semi-final. The 33-year-old showed leadership, courage, and used all of his experience to leave Croke Park with the Man of the Match award and 1-5 on the scoreboard. He won a huge amount of breaking ball and was so cool under pressure when slotting over each of his points. You wouldn't think he was playing in front of a packed Croke Park in an All-Ireland semi-final with how calm he was and the way he carried himself throughout the game. It's such a joy to watch players with as much skill as he has, and the Mayo fans love him. Lee Keegan is the current player of the year and has had another fine season up until Sunday's enthralling battle with Carey. Murphy then had a thing or two to say about that and did a superb job on Keegan on Sunday, with so many people checking around the field at times to make sure Lee Keegan was actually on the field. He was that quiet. Keegan is one of the best man markers in the modern game, but is also just as good as a defender who loves to attack and burst forward with every chance he gets. When he gets going with one of his lung-bursting runs, he is very hard to stop and enjoys contributing on the scoreboard too. On Sunday, Murphy, the Carey defender, held Keegan scoreless and also halted him in his tracks in a game where Keegan only got past the halfway line on a handful of occasions. His job was to stick to Keegan like a limpet, and he did his job brilliantly, with Keegan's name non-existent in the commentary throughout. Murphy's performance and ability to handle Keegan will give the team added confidence, as another performance like this on Sunday will really nullify one of Mayo's main threats and influencers of their game, and will give the rest of the team one thing less to worry about. There are not many players who can get the better of Keegan, but Paul Murphy handled him to perfection on Sunday and even contributed with a point from defense himself towards the end of the game. The Cork and Galway Camogie players played out a really exciting game on Saturday evening, and it was such a pity there had to be a losing team as well as a winning team with such effort and passion on display from both sides. In the end, it was Galway who suffered the heartbreaking defeat, and even though losing is tough for any team, to take the Cork skipper Aisling Thompson showed her class and tried to ease the pain as much as she could for one of the Galway players who was visibly very upset. She is as tough as they come on the field of play, but threw her arms around wife Donoghue at the final whistle and comforted her with a warm embrace and some encouraging words in her ear. It was a sporting gesture that summed up the spirit and togetherness that the GAA is flooded with, and despite the competitiveness that does be on display, once the white line is crossed, each and every one of them are in it for the absolute love of the game. Sky Sports Live GAA coverage continues on Saturday with the All-Ireland SFC semi-final clash between Kerry and Mayo, live on Sky Sports Arena from 2 p.m. Tyrone and Dublin slug it out on Sunday, live on Sky Sports Arena from 2:30 p.m. For those on the move, you can get updates via our live blog at www.skysports.com/GAA or at SKYSPORTSGAA.